Everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make earrings using my Big Shot machine and my adapter profile, which has the 2 tabs and the extended cutting pads. So like I said, I normally make bows and things like that, but this is a perfect complement. You know, if mummy and me set, say like I said, you have your matching earrings to your bows, matching headbands to your bows, etc., and do sort of a wider range to what you would normally do. These are little THINLET dies. They are really cute and they're very cost effective because, like I said, I brought 2 packs. There's this little one that came in here and I got 20 in here, and there was 19 different shapes for £6.99, and then I've got the second one, and this has got 20 shapes, and this was £7.99 from Amazon. The links will be all in the description box below. And like I said, with these 2 sets alone, that's 40 different pairs of earring sets, and from that, with layering and different cutouts, like I said, with the star, show you, so there's this little star one and this little oval. From those, you don't just get one piece of earring, you get the O and then you get the inner, and the same with the stars. So any of the cutout ones, you basically get double value, because you could use that for a little stud and that for a dangly kind of earring. So like I said, you can completely play around with all your options. I will say, when it comes to these, you do need thinner materials. So I have these really cute glitter transparent jelly sheets, really thin glitter, and this super pretty like holographic transparent. Now you do have to be careful with some of these because they are a little bit flimsy, and like I said, you have to do your points for your earrings a little bit further down to stop them from damaging the tip. But like I said, they're really cute, really fun. You can mix it up, like I said, as long as you've got thin materials, you'll be absolutely fine. You can even do some of the thin leatherettes. Like I said, you just have to take care with them, and like I said, make sure you don't like overwhelm your machine and things like that. And the other good thing about it is this is my little canvas leatherette scrap box, and every single piece that I use for these, because they barely need any material at all, you only need teeny tiny little bits of your scraps to make your pairs of earrings. So like I said, it's great for like getting ready with bits of scraps, saves you your waste, and like I said, extra value for money. So there's those bits, and this is just a couple of sets that I've made. So obviously you've got your double dangle teardrop ones. I did dangly cutout ones like that. Did these super fun like geometric shaped ones here. These super pretty holographic cutout ones. Like I said, you get the 2 different shades on that one, which I really like. And then obviously the matching pair here. These layered dangly ones. And these super pretty cutout ones. And like I said, there's one set of THINLETs. There's the second set of THINLETs, and we're just going to be using, I'm just going to cut the one today and put 1 pair of earrings together so you get the idea. Otherwise we'll be here all day, because I could literally just sit there and make thousands. So all you need is to cut a piece of your material, or your scraps, to the same size as your earrings, and you'll need to do this twice. Okay. This is the adapter plate. Now, depending on whether or not you buy, if you buy the machine by itself, which normally costs anywhere between sort of £40 to £60, depending on where you buy it from and which company. If you buy the machine by itself, you don't get the adapter plates. If you buy a kit, which is usually a little bit more expensive, the Big Shot on its own, this one, which is standard version, that's about £85 to £125. But like I said, you get the machine, you get the platform, which you can use for your different bits and pieces, and I'll show you. It's got like THINLETs and different things, and then you open this tab and this is for embossing. And if you also make cards and do any other sort of crafting and things like that, it's useful because you can use it for those as well. You will also get your cutting pads. And like I said, I've got these extended ones, but you tend to get the standard ones. So like I said, what I'll put in the description is I'll put a link for the startup kit for the Big Shot and for the Big Shot Plus, and it will have exactly what is available within those kits. And I'll also put, so say if you've already got a machine but you want to use THINLETs and you want the extender plates, I'll also put a link in for that, and the same with the extended cutting pads and the standard cutting pads, because like I said, they do last you a while, but you cut pads you do eventually have to replace. So all those links will be in the description below for you. And basically, like I said, these are really fun. Because on the front here, your top layer is for THINLETs. And then this one, second layer, you can also do THINLETs, you can do inklets, you can do embossing, textured impressions and things like that. So like I said, it's really good if you're a multi-purpose crafter. So that's that bit there. And this replaces, so when we're doing our bows, that's the platform that we use to run our bows through the machine, sandwiched with our material between there and this replaces that. It brings the platform up so that it can cut the THINLETs. That's the whole principle of it. So where did I just put my little so we've got our little embossed one. And the other thing about these, on all the THINLET ones, you want them so that the ridges face upwards, okay? So we've got our adapter, we take one of the cutting pads, this is my bottom one, let's put that on there. Then you want your THINLET, and like I said, you want that with the edge there, because that's what it cuts the piece out. Placed up like that, take your material, make sure it's completely covering it and it's not near the edges. Sandwich your next plate on top, like so. Put that in your machine and turn your handle. Now if it creaks or crackles or anything like that, do not be concerned, that's entirely normal. The same with all the marks on the templates. That is just the machine doing its job. That one did unfortunately just slip. It does occasionally happen, but it is fine. I have more of this one, so let's try again. So let's try that one again. Then let's side up over the template. I'm going to squish that down and hold that as I put that into the machine, so my THINLET doesn't shift. Okay, that's better. And we shall try. There you go, that was it, cutting the actual shape. And here we go. Now it's cut properly. And as you can see, it is currently sat in its little pot. I also have a thread unpicker here. If you just push that through the back there, in the little hold, you can lift it out. Okay, I'm just going to pause while I put my machine to one side. And so, to turn this into that, I have a thread unpicker, and it's got this nice little tip on it here. And what you do is any that don't come out straight away, you just pop that through and gently ease the cut bits out. Takes a couple of minutes. Like I said, you do that for the whole. Like I said, the other ones are a little bit quicker, but because it's basically an embossed one and it's a little bit fancier, which is why I like it so much, it does take a little bit more effort. But like I said, once you get used to it, it's quite quick, and you basically run this through the machine twice to get used to the set, so you've got both sides of your ears. And there we go. While I do this, so I used to make jewellery before I did bows. Like I said, I've done many crafts. I did clays once upon a time. I can't say back in the day that they were the very best, but we didn't have instructional YouTube videos back then, so you just basically had to guess and hope for the best. So I am tempted, because I do still have my bits and pieces and some of my tools like that, I am tempted to play with some of them and maybe some resin pouring as well. See if I can make myself some more interesting centerpieces. And mainly because my favourite element about bow making in general is there's so many bits and pieces that you can incorporate and still have it fit. Like I said, you can make bows, you can make ribbon bows, you can make faux leather bows, you can make baby headbands, you can make dog collars, you can make key fobs, you can make lanyards. At the minute, you can even make masks. I haven't personally, because I can't handle that level of stress, but it is a good option if you're a sewer right now. And at the moment, the big trend that's going through is the bullet fabric mummy and me matching headbands. And there's lots and lots of different ways to do those. Yeah, just sit and weed it all out. If you have a pre-cut machine and you do this for some of your vinyl pieces, you'll understand. I find it quite relaxing. But it's a similar principle to that, weeding out a more complicated design. But yeah, I like these little sets because, like I said, they're great value for money and you get so many options. And I do sort of miss some of my jewellery making. Although my sets weren't as complicated as these. You can also buy several airing wooden cuts that you use the same as the bow wooden cuts that I just showed you earlier, the die. So if THINLETs aren't for you and you want easy lifted cuts where you don't have to weed them, I'll put a couple of links for those in the description as well. So there you go. Now you can stop listening to me chat. That's all we did. There's all my little bits and pieces. And as you can see on these ones, I've got fish hook earrings, and I always use stainless steel airing hooks or airing studs or anything like that, because stainless steel is the one that's least likely to react to your customers, because obviously it's normally obviously steel has the least reactive to all the other materials, so like I said, and it's a bit safer. So like I said, if you do want to start jewellery making, stick to stainless steel, especially to begin with, until you're a bit more knowledgeable about contents versus actual materials, because like I said, if you get some of the cheaper ones where they're only coated and not actually completely made of certain materials, it can cause quite bad reactions for some customers. So do be careful of that and check your information from your sellers and your suppliers. So these are a certain style of fish hook ones. These have got like a little thing that you can sort of hook your loops on. Then we've just got standard ones, and we've got stud versions. These are flat stud ones, and I've also got rounded stud ones where I can add my jump rings through here and have dangly earrings and things like that. And I've got my earring backs as well to make them look a little bit more professional. And like I said, I've got all different bits of my kits. I've got my extended chains you saw in some of the earrings that I had. These are little extended chains that you can attach to the earrings like this, and again I'll put a jewellery making kit link in the set. So this is just some bits and pieces that I have from before, so different extended chain lengths, different earring styles, different size of extended chains. These are for more complex designs when I do my beads. I have little cup studs. This is good for like half pearls and pearls that you can attach into them. So like I said, I have lots of different pieces, different size jump rings, because you can get anywhere from sort of 6mm up to 12mm depending on what styles you're doing and things like that. And then I have a bunch of old embellishments as well. So like I said, I dug this out today to do this tutorial for you all. And I do need, you just have them in your hand. I do need my jump rings. So I will show you how to attach them to the earrings, and then we are done. I'll just move my weeding out of the way so it doesn't drive me mad. And we'll turn these two into an earring set. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my needle that I normally use, take a lighter and heat this like so, and pop that through, and it creates a hole for your jump loop. Just going to repeat on the other one. Most of the THINLETs cut it, but not all of them, so if you ever have that, okay, give it a little wiggle, but not too much. There you go, get a nice clean hole for your jump ring. Like I said, these are your jump loops. We need 2 of these to go with our 2 fish hooks. 2. And the other most important thing in earring making, needle nose pliers. So take your ring and you'll see they have a very, very small little join to them. So find your join, which is here. You want to turn it ever so slightly, so you've got a bit of an opening, okay? And then you can use that opening to thread your earring hook on, like that, and then take this bit and thread it through your earring, taking your fingers again, and move that so it lines back up with that original join, and gently squeeze that together so it's completely sealed and there's no longer a gap there, and just make sure that it's completely in alignment. And there you go, one earring. And repeat that again. I'm going to do it a little bit lower down so you can it stays in focus. Use your pliers, open it just a little bit so you can see the gap there where it's just a little bit open. Your earring's got the loop there. Thread that on. Take your earring where we've just made that hole. Thread that through. And move that so the ring's back where it should be, and just gently close it. And there you go. Super cute earring sets. You can play around, you can add your chains, you can do layers, you can do different length ones, you can do dangly ones. You have loads of fun, and like I said, it's a really cheap, easy option to add just a little bit more variety to your making. And like I said, it's a cute way to use your big shot for other than bow making as well. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found that useful, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.